morning, Africa. Good morning, the world at large. I would like to welcome you back to Behold Africa. That is brought to you by me, your host, Jude Klein, and my co-host.
Now, sure, Brenda, good morning, Africa. Good morning, everybody watching us live. We're here in Kampala. Wherever you are, you're still on Behold Africa as usual. Behold Africa is usually from 7 to 8:30, and we're here from Monday to Friday to bring you what's happening in the world, what's happening in Africa, what's trending on the social media platform. Don't forget, Behold Africa is brought to you by the Fundamental Rights and Protection, who say rights matter and they're there to protect them for you. But as you're watching, we always emphasize, please share the link. For those who don't know how to get us on other social media platforms, you can get us on Facebook, we are there. Youths Media on YouTube, we are also there. Youths Media on Instagram, Youths Media Twitter, all those you can find us. And we also call upon you, share your comments. We shall always read them on air.
Most definitely. Now, it's a Thursday morning here in Kampala. I'm sure it's a Thursday somewhere else, many more other places, but specifically here in Uganda, Kampala, it's still morning. It's about 7:03, 7:05 around that time. But here the weather is just fine. It's not so cold, it's not hot, it's humid. So for those of you who are in Kampala and heading for work, well, just carry a jacket for emergencies, because there might be some rain, as we have seen in the past days. During the afternoon hours heading to evening hours, there could be some rain. Traffic, for those of you who are not yet at work but are planning to leave for work, be rest assured there is going to be some traffic, especially on the major express highways. And
for those who are still sleeping, we tell you, please wake up. It's a brand new day where you need to rise up and shine.
Exactly.
So actually, the day your day shines from the morning. If you take it like that, it will also be like that. You need to work on it, and just when you wake up very early morning, your brain is very superb and you are good to go for that day.
Yes, so we know that duvet is very, very cozy and very comfortable, but at the same time, you gotta make that money. So get out of bed.
And if you're switching off the alarm,
yeah, well, most of us do that a lot. You know, you wake up, the alarm goes off, and you're like, you know what, let me go back for some more 5 minutes. Those 5 minutes are going to become an hour, and you're going to miss up on an opportunity. So get out of bed and start hustling, because you know sleeping is not going to put food on your plate.
Yeah, for sleeping definitely won't put. It depends also how you have planned for it, because sometimes there are those who work transnight, and this is their time of sleep, so you also understand. So it depends on how your schedule is. But if you know you started sleeping maybe from 8 yesterday night up to now and you're still sleeping, I don't know how your life is and how your future is. It's up to you. But as here Behold Africa, we advise you to work hard early in the morning. You just wake up and kick the duvet and go ready for anything. If you know you don't have work, go on the street, chase them and start looking for work.
Exactly. So someone at one point, a friend of mine asked me, you know, in Kampala it's very hard to get a job. You know, especially when you don't have the right qualifications. And even when you have the right qualifications, you must have some sort of connection, as it said. And he asked me, so how do you go about getting a job here in Kampala?
Well, it also depends on what you want to do. Because sometimes people don't know what to. And so there are those who are limited. They are looking at, maybe I'm looking in the line of what I studied. At first, the first opportunity that hits you, to go for it. Exactly. You never know, as you're doing that, another will come your way. And even definitely what you studied for will also come your way. I'll give you an example. Sometimes, you know, some youth, they're so much attached to the books. But I'll tell you, a percentage of most people, what you studied for is not what you do.
Exactly.
Though what you studied for, the knowledge you got helps you in the day-to-day work. Exactly. Okay, so the earlier you know that, the better. That life will also soften for you.
That is very true what Brenda is saying.
Because now I'm imagining, if you go in the streets and you don't get work, and you're looking for that particular job, for that particular qualification you got, what will you do? Will you stay like that? No, you need to also think out of the box.
Someone would say, I'm going to sit with my papers until I get what I want.
Okay. Then you starve to death.
No, you might not necessarily starve, but hey, this is a hustling life, and life is not always fair, and at the same time it's not easy. So no matter what qualification you have, and in that moment, if you don't have a job, you know, go out, hunt for something, even if it's not in relation to what you did, what you studied for, what you're qualified for. So this is a lawyer friend of mine that actually asked me this question, and I told him, you know what, don't be looking for a specific, just as you have said, don't be like, you know what, I'm going to go to a law firm and ask for a job.
No.
Most likely they will turn you away. Most likely, because first of all, this is like your first time entering the field, and they're not looking for newbies.
Yeah.
So that could be a challenge. Yeah. But go to a restaurant. Find a waitering job. Build on from there.
Because you never know, you may even find a client there.
Precisely.
Yeah.
So sometimes when we're doing whatever we're doing to get the money, you might find someone, who is interested and is looking for someone in your line of work. You just have a small conversation with him here and there, and in the end you will find what you're looking for. So don't underestimate anything, because
any opportunity that comes your way, just get it.
Exactly.
Because today it may be that you never know, tomorrow may not be around for you. And most of some of these opportunities that come across us, they're just giving you experience and grooming you for the best or the better position you're looking after.
Exactly, that is very true, because you start from the ground and you start building yourself up, not the other way around. If you start from the top, well, the only way is down. Yeah, but if you start from down, you can't continue going down. You have to, pick up your pace and start pushing forward, which is going up.
Yeah, so, and if you say that if you start from top, that you will get down, because remember, if you just go straight from top, you will never know the hustle and all that. In case you're faced with any challenge, trust me, you'll just even surrender. But if you go step by step and you go through all the hustle, no matter situation that comes your way, all the past experiences you have gone through, they strengthen you, and you're like, this is not new to me. I've seen various things. I can also go through this.
Yes,
so you're just going out for any opportunity, anything that comes your way, and also be ambitious. Just don't underestimate anything, as also Jude said. We all are, as you on Behold Africa, here to strengthen you and give you hope that you can do it, and also have hope in yourself.
That is true. If you have, if you have that working, knowledge about anything, just go out, do it, hustle till you grind till you get what you're looking for in the very end.
Yeah, and today is the 25th of November. As we all know, November is coming to an end. The year is also coming to an end. I hope you all are excited for the Christmas seasons, because trust me, I have already started. And if you have not already, however much there is that moment when you're like, I don't even think about it, but it's there. You can't do anything about it.
Yes,
you just have to go with the flow of the motion and all that. Now here on Behold Africa, we bring you the news happening in the world, what's happening in Africa, what's trending on the social media platform. As usual, we start here at our home, Uganda, and a story that we want to read for you. We have even been talking about it, buildings collapsing, another building collapsing in Bweyogerere.
Well, this is I think the third in this very month. No, the second in this month. There is a church that collapsed the other day, but this was because of a thunderstorm, and we know very well those do not go very well with most of our buildings, because at one point the building structure is not that integral. But as of yesterday, a building in Bweyogerere which was under construction collapsed. But the good news is nobody was, there was no fatality, but there were of course several people who were injured. There were about 30 workers on the ground, but lucky enough all of them got out with just minor injuries.
Yeah, but also now the police are out on the India. They're looking for him there and there. Badly they are looking for him, because we have seen such instances. When I saw this story, I'm like, again this? When shall we come out of this? I believe that the officials, people, or the government should also get involved in, because it's becoming too much, I would say.
That is true, because actually the government came out and said something like most of these like, for example, schools, specific, they were going to employ the military contractors to actually do the building, the construction of these structures.
But now that's a government, but I'm looking at the private section, where somebody wakes up and they want to put up their building. Now for such instances, you as the government, there is those qualifications or whatever that people need to first implement them, or they need to fulfill them before they go on the construction. At least they come and check each and every step, right? So but you have seen such instances, even the government themselves, they have said now these people bring their plans, and the plan, maybe you don't approve it. No, you approve the plan they've brought. When you go on site, you check it's a different
thing that was implemented.
No, it's something different.
So yes, we have been talking about this for a couple of weeks now. Sometimes the plans that we hand in are not the same plans that we implement. People are found of cutting corners here and there. Shortcuts, yeah, big time shortcuts. Because someone says, I gave you an instance of, let's go down on a small scale, not the skyscrapers, not the the big buildings in town. But let's go down to a small scale, back in some town out of Kampala, where someone wants to construct a house, right? The house is supposed to be about 10 M. But he doesn't have that money, or would like to save some of that money probably for buying furniture or something like that. You know what he does? He cuts down that budget. He wants the same building but at a lower cost. So he cuts down that budget for 7 million or 5 million.
But now, as you're describing that, you as the client, however much you have the money, but you need the experts to carry out the work. Now the experts know their quality of work, they know the standards they're supposed to follow, so it goes back to the engineers themselves. They should follow their standards. However much you as a client, because you have also your limit. If they tell you maybe have such and such an amount of money, they'd okay, let us see how much, what kind of job fits that amount of money you're talking about. If maybe you want me to do extreme, and the budget you're giving me, it's going to cause such issues like the buildings falling, why not leave that job? Because it's also giving you a bad name as the engineer. That is true.
If you see that the client is actually forcing you to do something like cutting corners around something that could in the process affect lives and probably even cause deaths, just abandon the project.
Because now for that, okay, let us leave the matter of a loss on the client themselves. Both said, but we all just have to work hand in hand, and we see if you want good work, please. And they say always expensive things
are the best,
no, quality things are very expensive.
By the way, that's very true. If you want quality, you have to engage in more. If you want quantity, well, that's a different story.
And if you want quantity in the wrong run, it doesn't last. Somebody told me, like, sometimes if maybe you want to go to buy something on the streets or somewhere, and something that they sell cheaper at a cheaper cost, you may see that it's somehow economical in your wallet, but in the wrong run you're going to take it, be it a shoe, you